While I was typing out the script for this video, one of my favorite tech YouTubers, Mr. Mobile, dropped this on his channel. And I wish I could have been there to make his DeX experience a whole lot easier. Samsung DeX, short for Desktop Experience, is a feature on their flagship phones and tablets which can turn your phone into a desktop. And it is a great idea. An all-in-one device that had all your data that you can use on the go, and when you're back home, dock it and it will become your desktop. So why didn't it take off? See, no matter what Google or Samsung wants you to believe, Android is a mobile operating system first, which means that app developers develop their apps to be used with a touchscreen. And if you haven't been paying attention, Samsung DeX is meant to be used with a mouse and keyboard. What? So what ends up happening is that apps that are specifically built for Samsung DeX are pretty well optimized, since Samsung went through the time and effort to make sure that apps scale properly, and by adding mouse and keyboard support, work on the desktop experience as well. But other apps leave a lot to be desired. Not even Google's own apps work that well on Samsung DeX. For example, on YouTube, if you use your keyboard to navigate through the video, you might sometimes get stuck on this grey screen thing. Or Google Calendar straight up refuses to scroll when you use the scroll wheel. So you have to click and drag to scroll through the months. This is by far the most common complaint people have with Samsung DeX. The whole experience is just inconsistent, and you never know what you're gonna get because there's no standardized way of scaling up Android apps. But here's the part we missed: web apps. This makes DeX so much more usable, as web apps were designed to be used with a mouse and keyboard in the first place. Google Calendar works flawlessly, same for YouTube, albeit a little bit slow on the navigation front. Even things like Monkey Type or QMK Configurator works, which I didn't expect. This pretty much circumnavigates the whole clunky experience that DeX users have been having for years. I can even find instances such as Canva, which works way better on DeX than it does with their mobile app. The web app is snappy, shortcuts work flawlessly, and the animations don't even stutter. Even the presentation mode works, which is really useful. You can just bring your phone, no need for a laptop. You can literally do more with DeX than you can with an iPad Pro connected to an external monitor. In my opinion, this makes DeX the perfect Chrome OS device. I mean, for years, Google has struggled to integrate Android apps into Chrome OS. But on DeX, Samsung has figured it out. Web apps and mobile apps side by side. Okay, there are some limitations. Firstly, there's no third-party extension support beside a few flavors of ad blockers. Also, YouTube tabs will not continue playing in the background. If you want to do some work while watching YouTube videos, you have to leave your YouTube video somewhere in the foreground, or you can just use them. Certain web apps like YouTube are a little sluggish. Going into full screen takes a few seconds, and scrubbing through the video is not as responsive as I would like. Playback, however, is totally fine. I can play back 4K videos, no problem. And here's 5 tips to make your DeX experience a whole lot easier. Number 1. You can now turn off mouse acceleration, which makes your mouse input not suck. Number 2. While you're still here, set your scrolling speed to the lowest possible setting so that you don't scroll by page, but by line. Number 3. You can make Bixby routines to automate stuff for when you start DeX. I use it to turn on enhanced processing, since I'll be plugged into the wall anyway, and I want all the performance the phone has to offer. Number 4. You can right-click on the screenshot button to take a partial screenshot, just like Windows snipping tool. Lastly, if you're using a physical keyboard, go to your DeX settings and change your on-screen keyboard location to TV or monitor so that your phone does not light up every time you're trying to type something. So there you have it. With this, your DeX experience should be a whole lot easier. And if you have any extra tips and tricks, please share them in the comment section down below. I would love to try them out. If you like this video, please click on the like button and consider subscribing. And that's it for this video. Have a nice day.